Hi, everybody. Matt Noyes from the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Again, just a reminder, you can always find all of our videos on our website, 1degreeoutside.com, and on our social media channels. You'll find us with the handle, the number 1 degree outside. Let's dive into the coastal marine forecast. We'll start out with the overview on Friday, which has changed from the beginning of the week, not so much in terms of its impact on mariners. It's changed with regard to the fact that the rain is being more suppressed down to the south, but you'll notice the wind is still due northeast on Friday. That's going to churn the seas. It depends on where you are. Where you're along the coast of Maine, well, a northeast wind doesn't have as long of a fetch over the water, so your waves aren't nearly as high as they are over the open waters that are east of New England or running out into the Canadian Maritimes for that matter as well. In terms of the closer inspection of New England's coastal waters on Friday, again, where you're a little bit protected on a northeast wind, your seas aren't quite as big. You get outside the national seashore and you got 3 to 5 foot seas. Same thing along the eastern waters. We've got the 2 to 4 foot sea coming out of Boston Harbor. Once you get out to Stellwagen, that's where you get your 4 footers. And once you start getting out toward Wilkinson Bank, that's where you start to get more along the order of 5 foot seas. The coast of Maine, a little bit less on the seas, just again because of that northeast wind kind of coming parallel to the coast rather than coming right into it and across the ocean. Saturday, there's not a lot of difference in the wind. It's out of the east rather than the northeast, but nonetheless, you can see it's blowing pretty steady here across most of our waters. And as you might expect, that just means the waves continue to churn even a little bit more. And that is the case all the way from New England's waters back out into Nova Scotia for that matter as well. By the time we get to Mother's Day, the wind goes fairly light. It'll still be onshore, but it's going to be a lot lighter than it's been. You can see some spots on the order of 3 to 5 knots, and that's about it. You would expect that your seas may come down just a little bit, but really, for the most part, they've been so elevated from Saturday that they stay somewhat elevated, particularly on the open coastal waters. And when you get out toward Nova Scotia, the Scotian Shelf, you're more like a 6 to 8 foot sea. By the time we get to Monday, the wind does start to pick up just a bit again. This time, though, it's picking up when you get out by Nova Scotia and Yarmouth, but we actually turn it to blow from the south across much of the south coast, and during the day, a shifting wind along the eastern waters of New England. So the sea's running about 3 to 5 feet with that increasing southerly wind as you get deeper into the day, which, by the way, for landlubbers means you start to see the air temperatures rise for the early part of next week. That's how things are looking for now. Be safe out there on the water. We'll see you again at 1degreeoutside.com.